Hey everyone, it's VM Campos Magic Fan. My webcam looks horrible, so let me fix it and then we'll get started. It is another streaming Saturday, and it's time to stream on Saturday or whatever part of the world you may be at. But let's see here. What's the good spot here? We got it on auto exposure, but if I do that, that looks bad. If I do that, that looks bad. What am I doing here? Is my contrast all weird? Contrast. Why does it not look amazing? Device info. White balance, color intensity. I think color's fine, but it looks very... Oh, there we go. That looks kind of adequate. Yeah, that's it right there. Although the highlights are a little high. But I think... There we go. That's the amazing cam. That's the stuff that I should do before the stream starts, but we'll all have fun together. So it's time to check all of my webcams. All of my stream cams. So we've got the full screen cam. Right here looks pretty good. I have a huge mess over here that I didn't get quite a chance to clean up. Don't worry about that. You should just focus on that comic book over there instead. Then we've got the web browser cam right over here, so we can look up the latest. Oh, we're always in spoiler mode, so if everything is special, is anything special? Then we've got the card cam over here. I need to turn on possibly my light there. Hey Mark, how are you doing? I'm just doing a check of all my all my cams. This looks pretty good. I might turn on the other light, but it looks good. I got a crack a pack and also a food snack chat later. And then just again going through all of my cams. Nope, not ended. There we go. Back in a bit, and then we'll get to the game cam. Okay. Let me set my schedule, and then we're ready to play, ready to do the gold digging for the day. So we've got some events that are actually going on. There's been a new update on Magic Arena. Lots of updates, some cool things, some not cool things. But, so we are going to do gold digging. We're going to do a crack a pack. Okay, then we're going to do this new event called the Decathalon. Decathalon. Every week, I think they're doing 2 events. So there's 2 going on right now, 2 out of 10, and then next week will be 2 more, and then 2 and 2 and 2, and so there's a big old events going on and big prizes and stuff. So then we're gonna have snack chat at some point, historic brawl, crack a pack. Yep, that looks good there. That's what our goals will be. So how are you? How is the family? Thanks for sharing that cool stuff on my Discord about the woodworking and the like. That's always appreciated. And it's not exactly part of the it's not exactly part of the well, actually, let me do one quick thing on the Discord over here. We'll see over here. So did my television turn on? Hold on a moment. I should put my BRB here, but all right, that was a little spooky, but I'm sure it was just simply that the cat stepped on the remote control, and then the TV turned on. I was hearing voices, and then I went to look, and it was, yeah, my TV was on, and it was on YouTube, and it was playing the last YouTube video that I was watching, and I'm sure it was the cat that stepped on the on the remote because I had the remote on the couch, and then the cat maybe jumped on the couch. So that's why I was hearing things. I thought I was like, am I hearing neighbors outside? But no, it was just the TV in the other room. So, okay, let me just finish what I'm doing here on Discord, then we'll get to gameplay. Your family's good? What you've seen of them? We've been busy making rocking horse for Arwen for Christmas. Yay! How big is it, actually? Are you making it big enough so that they can enjoy it? Well, they're only a little bit over 1 year, so yeah, when she can ambulate, and hopefully it'll be it's a good size and it'll be around for years to come. I don't have a photo of it handy, but I still have the little bench that my dad, he did a little woodworking back in the day, and he built me a bench. It was relatively simple, just a rectangular flat top, rectangular bench. I've had it for a long time, still have it, and should take a photo of it and show it at some point. So, let me just send a quick message here on the Discord. Alright, so yeah, let's do a little bit of... I've got a couple of days of quests to do. So, let's see what we got here. Cast blue or red spells, cast red or green. Okay, so actually, I'm going to play in a moment. But let me get your feedback here. I went over to my options setting for audio, and I made some big changes because I wanted to really hear the Planeswalker voices. They have such cool lines, but I hardly can hear them. So I changed my sound mix a lot. And for me, it sounds fine, but definitely tell me when I play how it sounds. Because I have the volume of my computer, which I have it at 10, and then I've got the volume of Arena, which Master is max, but then I've got all of these other levels for everything. So definitely tell me how my audio sounds as I play. I haven't streamed since I've changed these settings, so tell me how it all sounds. And then I'm going to do a gameplay then. Okay, red or green versus blue or red. So that's double red. I could do both at once. But let's say green. I'll try this one for a little bit. So tell me how that sounds going to be. And then seeing the Discord photos. Okay, we got the big rocking part. And then the horse part. Oh, okay, so it's going to be... I don't know why I thought that the horse itself would also be wooden, but of course it'll be a fluffy horse that'll come together. That's cool. Alright, so we got the Locust God. That'll be annoying, but let's see what we can do. And they go first. And I was going to open up my drink. So it's not part of snack chat, but I have a drink here. Hey there, Stevie, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Now, I was just saying a moment ago, tell me how my sound, my volume is of the game. I went into my settings and I made a big change to my audio, so hopefully it's not too overwhelming and such, because I wanted to hear the Planeswalker voices more. Oh, good old risk factor. I haven't seen that in a while. I have to read this carefully. If you decline, your opponent draws. Okay, yeah, don't decline. I'll gladly take that damage, no problem. Single blue mana for an opt, I suppose. I can bring out my Ajani's Pridemate, although that might get torched. Can do the mana ramp. Nah, let's see about this. Single blue mana, that's not a force spike, is it?
There is no greater treasure than quiet times with friends.
Alright, so this is the reason I was changing my audio, because you all heard Ajani say some wise words, right? There is no greater treasure than quiet times with friends. So,
I sense the good in your heart.
I sense the good in your heart. So I changed my volume so I can really hear the Planeswalkers. Teferi's Ageless Insight. Well, I will gladly... Okay, should I destroy their Teferi's Aegis Insight? If you would draw one card, draw extra, or should I destroy their folio? Now, I need to destroy their folio. So let's destroy that. But first, Let's drop a Cold Steel Heart. It's still pausing on one single blue mana. What is that? That's not a counter spell, is it? It could be a Force Spike. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we don't get counterspelled here because we're tapped out. Okay, good. That was a nice on that. So let's give them the old shrug. I didn't mean to do the shrug, but I meant to do the yay angel.
Friendship feeds the soul.
Friendship feeds the soul. So how does the Planeswalker confound the conundrum? That's worthless. They draw a card, yes, but it's more for like to try to hurt my ramp. So it's definitely a bunch of card draw on their end, and they'll probably packed up with counter spells by now, so that's annoying. Got an Annihilate spell, that's good. Let's bring out my kitty cat. Gain some
we
life.
thrive when we support one another.
So if I'm at least 15 more life than my starting total, exile everything, I need 40 life, so that's far. I'm not at 40 life at the moment. But I need to get rid of their Planeswalker. They still have one single blue mana that's like, what is that single blue mana? Or what is that pause? Or I don't know why it's pausing. But anyway, let's try to get rid of their threat. Okay, good. They weren't holding any counterspell. And that was an exile effect. And now we'll start smashing with our kitties. Okay, now I'm about to be, oh man, if I could, and then they're like, never mind. Well, got him. Their Locust God wasn't quite up to par for the moment. And perfectly fine. Okay. So everyone seems to say that the volume is good at the moment. The main thing is that I don't want the sound to be too overwhelming, and I want to hear the Planeswalker voices mostly. So we'll switch over here from, it's not really snack chat, but I have a drink. And my real snack chat is over here, which is actually apparently an Australian snack. We'll look at that later. But I have a drink, and it's a grown-up kind. It is Stella Rosa Tropical Mango, a low alcohol grape wine specialty with natural mango flavors. All natural, semi-sweet product of Italy, made with real fruit flavor. So it's a 6 out of 10 on the sweetness scale. Comes from apparently Ovada, Italy, in the cellar of Fidenza. All right, so this is not exactly snack chat, but I've got something to snack on or sip on. It's got a nice fruity flavor, mango fruity flavor, nice bubbly, little alcohol flavor. Of course, it's a wine. It's enjoyable. I will give it 4 out of 5 Locust Gods. Pretty enjoyable on that. Nice mango flavor. Welcome back. I was just I don't know if you missed it, but I was trying out my Stella Rosa Tropical Mango wine thing. So what is the alcoholic content on this? Somewhere, it should say somewhere. This is a 1.5 glasses of wine, apparently. Okay, so we're dealing with Phylath, but it's the broken version, or the fixed version. So one of the new changes that Arena's doing, which I totally hate, is adding these new cards called Alchemy cards, which is rebalancing cards, not giving wild cards back, and changing these cards, rebalancing, oftentimes weakening the cards. So Phylath got weakened somehow. I don't remember how it got weakened, but it got weakened. Yep, I went to the usual, as for that snack, I went to the usual World Market. And at World Market, I am able to buy some fun stuff. And I got this, which is like, what is, well, I don't even know that. This is scorched peanut butter. It makes it sound like a dragon scorched it or something. Like, what does that even mean? But, we'll do that as a snack chat a little later. Got a little mana ramp with Scaled Herbalist. Sure, a little slow, but we'll summon our kitty, draw a card. It brought me a little fish. Oh no, I always think it's a fish. Stereotypical, it's a fish. No, but it's a, it's a lizard. That's an awesome combo there. My Season of Growth shows me my, okay, I'm gonna have to wipe the board. But my Season of Growth shows me the, alright, we'll wait for them to summon their commander, then we'll wipe the board. My Season of Growth shows me what's coming, and then my cat let me draw something. Okay, so here, 2, 3, 4, 5. They might have enough to summon their. Maybe not. They might be able to summon their commander, but we'll just have to wait a. Oh no, I guess they can summon it. Okay, then they'll probably drop a land, make some plans, drop a land. They'll be so happy, and then they'll be so sad once I wipe the board. Oops, no extra land drop. All right, no extra land drop. No problem. There you go. You loved your commander. You can summon it one more time. As for myself, I've got a kitty. So how's everyone doing today? Caught up on your, oh man, Toski. Caught up on your, I don't know what that is, but I will disenchant it. Anyway, have you all caught up on your, that was a misplay. I should have summoned that thing and then done the thing, but let's do this thing. Have you all caught up on your Christmas shopping? I went to that World Market. I went to World Market and I bought a bunch of things for Christmas shopping. Consuming blob. It looks scary. Okay, that's gonna do some annoying stuff. Let's mutate over here. Double Season of Growth. Yeah, we'll get another Planeswalker, sure. Drop a Mana Rock. Get a little bit more green. Do some attacks. So many attacks. How does that happen? It's a cat venture. Well, I shouldn't really attack with everything, because then they're gonna have 3 attackers and I've got 2 blockers. One of the things that triggers me badly is when Toski pops off. When Toski does its thing. Okay, opponent. Something going on? So what does this blob do again? Mythic. Consuming blob's power is equal to the number of card types among cards in your graveyard, and its toughness is that +1. At the beginning of your end step, create a green ooze with this creature's power is equal to the... so it's just going to keep making green oozes. That's too much. But green gets so much... Gets too much good stuff, so they automatically is just going to duplicate itself at the end of every turn, huh? Of their turn. And then now they're crashed. Overroping or something. I'm sure their connection crashed because there's no reason to be salty at this point. Yeah, I should have only attacked with my 4/4. Because then I'll have 2 blockers and I'll have 3 attackers. There's really no need for them to... Even if they block. Alright, let's see if they're still there, or their connection crashed, or they got salty, or what. While the opponent is thinking, instead of wasting our time, I haven't looked at one of these in a while, the big book of questions. We'll see what December 18th's question is. Here we go, December 18th. What do you like to talk about? That's a pretty cool one. A conversation starter about conversation. So that's the better answer, exactly, that they're scared of my might. They're scared of my cat might. They're scared of getting pussy whipped. So, so yeah, that's today's question of the day. What do you like to talk about? I like to talk about a lot of everything. Depends on the group, of course, I would say. When I'm talking with all of you, you know, we have the full range of magic, pop culture, comics, etc. When I'm with some of my other friends, I had a get-together. That's why I didn't make it last week. I had a get-together with a friend who she's going to move out of town, and we were having a final farewell Christmas thing, and we all met up, and she likes the ugly Christmas sweaters, a requirement sort of style of ornamentation. So I didn't have an ugly Christmas sweater, but I had just a plain red one with a black marker. I wrote Xmas on it, and everyone loved it because it's funny, right? It was a very restrained type of, yeah, it was a very restrained type of sweater, and alright, so we got Teferi, the mono blue. No, that's Azorius. Okay, I go first. So, do I have a turn 1? Nope, no turn 1. We need to have that turn 1. That's funny. There it is. Get to return 6 cards. Wow. Well, that just defeats the purpose. No, wait, there we go. So we'll do this. As long as we get 1 more mana, we'll be okay. I had to mulligan down to 2 lands. That's hilarious. Hilarious. The probability of missing that land drop was 7 trillion to 1, but it happened. Supposedly random. There's the land. Okay. So missing 1 poison trip, but next turn we'll get it. they didn't win it, I would say exactly. They quit. Wizard class. Okay, so if all of you don't know, here's the newest tragedy to befall Magic. And this is not being hyperbolic. I don't like this at all. Wizards of the Coast has added these brand new cards called Alchemy to Arena. You can tell by that little A icon on the top left. These are cards that do not exist on paper, and that Wizards has determined that, if necessary, the cards will be rebalanced. They will be changed as they see the as they see if a card is too powerful and the like. They will change it to make something stronger or weaker or whatever. And so, for example, Wizard class, I don't remember how it was originally, but they've changed something about it. And so the sorry, Azorius player, GG. So Wizards has said they want to do this because as Standard moves very quickly, they want to rebalance cards to keep it fun. Now, I could understand that, yes, Standard can get solved and stale pretty quickly. So it's fine. And they're saying approximately 30 days after a set release, they will look and rebalance cards and such. There's been a lot of outcry in the community. People hate this. I hate this. Here's one of the many reasons why to hate this. When things change on Arena, they have the ability to compensate you with wildcards, especially if you used your wildcards to purchase a card that then they rebalance. They are not going to give you wildcards back for when they change their cards, because they claim you can still play with the cards. But the only place you can play with the cards is in regular Standard, which no one wants to play because it's broken. That's why they're rebalancing cards. So that's an oxymoron. Another thing that's not cool is that those rebalanced cards will also trickle down to my favorite format, Historic Brawl, and regular Historic. So the cards that used to be Standard go into Historic, aka Legacy. But those rebalanced cards are going into Historic. Historic is big enough that it doesn't need the rebalance that Standard needs. Standard only has about 1,500 cards. And then, no, wildcards did not disappear. No, it's just that they will not give you wildcards. If you had a card that they changed, they will not give you wildcards for the change. You still have wildcards, no problem, but they just will not refund you wildcards. If you spent 4 wildcards to make a deck and then those cards change, they say, well, too bad, you can play them in the other format, which no one wants to play. So that's the latest thing going on with Arena, and I don't like it at all. And they really are trying to get you to play it, because also there is no draft for Alchemy cards. You have to purchase them. Purchasing cards on Arena is already very expensive, so that's another downside. And it's affecting, again, different formats that it shouldn't affect. So they're really trying to force it. See, there's the new Alchemy packs. And they're trying to do this new event, Decathalon. I'm not going to touch Alchemy events. I'm not going to open any Alchemy packs. You know, they give you 3 for free. I don't want them. Morally, I'm against them. I don't want them to be part of my collection. I don't want them to be part of Magic. And I think I don't want this, that they change. These are cards that, you know, they've printed them on paper, but then they're different on Arena. So I don't like that there's different cards in different spaces. And people are on both sides of the fence on it. And most of the big Magic names out there are very rah, amazing, more ways to play Magic. But I'm definitely not. I think it's a very bad trend, a very, very bad precedent. a lot of the community chatter and my own opinion also is they spent so much time to program this that no one asked for, no one wanted, instead of programming like 4-player brawl. People really want Pioneer to be on Arena, and I would too, but that's another big ask. I just think they really put all their eggs in the wrong basket. And I'm not going to name them, but all the big famous Magic players and YouTubers love this new change because they probably do like it, or maybe they just want to not say anything negative about the company. I don't think that's what it is, but let's see, Turkish control. I probably won't block this. Fine. That might be true, actually. Scorps. Alright, so they're not going to block this. That's too much of their game piece right there. Brawl is a permanent format. It's just that what's not permanent about it is that they're going to change the cards once in a while. That's what's not. That's what I'm not liking. For example, Wizard class says when you draw a card, instant and sorcery cards gain 3 mana. Interesting. Come on, player, learn how to use your cards. They're probably gonna keep torching my commander, so this is gonna be an annoying game. But I got a Blizzard Brawl. Falcon Wrath something or other. Cannot block when this steals combat damage, create blood. Sure thing, buddy. Look at that. My creature is a 2/0. How is that possible? Plus, we'll also make... Have you ever seen a flying scorpion? Alright, they're at 8 poison. Spoiler alert, you lose the game automatically when you have 10 poison. They have to... Okay, worthless. Aw, man. So, they just lost the game right now. Because I have a flying thing, and I'm just going to fly over with my commander and attack with a flyer, and that's poison. Kapow. So that deserves a... So on my sound changing now, was the music video? How does the music videos sound? So tell me how this sounds now. As I said, I was kind of changing my sound and stuff, but I haven't gone live to see how it all sounds with all of you. Thank you. Yeah, this deck, if everything happens properly there, it then it all works there. Hey Ed, how are you doing? Ed Vibe, that is. Welcome. Were you wowing my victory in poison, or were you wowing my cool my cool music video emojis over here. I got this one reserved for when I'm on a hot winning streak. Oh, my sound sounds a little echoey. Anyone else hearing a little echoey sound? If it is, I want to make sure that that is corrected, of course. All right, so we got a turn 1 death touch, and then we got our player, then we got Magda, which is a mono red. All right, that's going to be annoying. Devouring Tendrils will help. But let's see. Mono red. Strike it rich. Okay, they have 1 red mana floating. I guess if they're going to use their burn, yeah, they have some burn spell, I'm sure. Yeah, if poison is unchecked, they're dead. And the only poison on arena is if you have this commander. This activates the the poison ability. Remember the old poison combo back in the day? Dwarven Warriors plus Marsh Viper? Not quite. Marsh Viper would give you 2 poison counters at a time, right? And what did Dwarven Warriors do? Let's jump over to... We'll check that out in a moment. Okay, open the Omen Paths. Oh man, 4 whole mana. What are you doing here? Sure. That's a thing you can do. But here's a thing that I can do. Yeah. Alright, they are not gonna block with their Magda. So here's some poison that's gonna get through, but then they're gonna attack with their 2-1. Make a treasure. What do I want to do? I guess my Ornithopter to mana ramp, and then the Thorn Mammoth. I haven't tuned to this deck in a little while. They might be missing... Yep, they're missing some land drops. And they're like, never mind. Sorry, George or Binks. I always forget to look at the... I forget to look at their name until they're defeated. But let's hop over here for to the web browser cam for a moment, and let's reminisce about that combo. What was it again? Dwarven Warriors. So Marsh Viper, right? That would give you 2 poisons at once. If Marsh Viper deals combat, they get 2 poisons if they have 10. Yes, okay, so we have 4 mana for a 1/2 that gives you 2 poison counters. First published in the dark way back in 1994. Then we got it in 4th edition. I remember it from 4th edition. Then we got it in 5th edition. Oh, in the original printing, it had the flavor text. All we had left were their black and bloated bodies. And that was Mavin O'Donough, Memoirs of a Soldier. And then the 5th edition printing had the flavor text. And then my internet would decide to quit. But maybe you can read it here. And the seraphs sob at vermin fangs, inhuman gore imbued. Edgar Allan Poe, The Conqueror Worm. That's when Magic cards used to have real-life flavor text. Yeah, I think Scryfall's dead. Unless... It's my fault. No, there, it's coming back. Okay, and then Dwarven Warriors was the other thing. What did Dwarven... Was that the red... Was that the red... Unblockable giver ability guy? Dwarven Warriors... Target creature with power 2 or less is unblockable this turn. Nowadays, the wording of it, target creature with power 2 or less cannot be blocked this turn. So originally from beta, I guess also alpha. And It was the same art forever. They didn't change it on 5th edition. They did a big art change in 5th edition because they didn't want to pay the artists anymore. But they kept it for 5th edition. So Stevie, okay, so maybe here's some introductions. So Ed, that's Stevie from the club at the college, and Stevie, that's Ed, who we played with a few, or Vince, who we played with a few times in the club. So you guys, you don't know each other. You know, you've got two cryptic names there, so you don't know each other. So I'm revealing, whoops, I'm revealing the secrets there. So Stevie and Vince, there you are right there. Say hello to each other. Yeah, the red 4th edition card. Yeah, there it is there. Cool art by Doug Schuler. But I don't remember doing that trick, but I remember that that Marsh Viper having double poison counters was amazing. You just had to get it through. So you put 10 Marsh Vipers and 10 Dwarven Warriors. House rules. Alright, so as per the schedule at the moment, we are doing gold digging, and then we'll do the Crack-a-Pack in a bit. I got a pack of Crimson Vow to open up right after we do the gold digging. The Decathalon event is going on. We'll play some of that. And then snack chat. So we got this international snack to chat about. Play some more Brawl. Oh, I have another crack. Actually, I don't have another Crack-a-Pack, so let me remove that from the schedule. We only have one pack to crack. So I have to check if I've put all of the poison creatures in this deck or not. Because in mono green on Arena, there are not a huge number of poison creatures. Let's see if they don't read it. Let's see if they don't see what that icon in the corner means. Okay, they will. Used to play a lot of the red, green, back in the day. Channel Fireball, of course. What would you fuel with that channel? Well, never mind. The channel would make the fireball. Yeah. Alright, so they have 3 mana open. And I cannot do my struggle for Skemfar and the like yet, although that is a sorcery. Okay, so let's just set up. It is pausing for priority. So what are they going to do? Pausing for priority. They might have some sort of giant growth or something. Or indestructibility or something. Nope, okay. You still get a poison. And what does this do? Sithis. Whenever you cast an enchantment, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Such an autopilot commander. So here's your first enchantment. Looks good. Drop a land, colorless land, that should do nothing. As for myself, wait a minute. How does that... Oh, yeah, because the Dryad makes mana of everything. Okay, fine. Let's, clear the board a bit right here. Got a blocker. Let's see if they block. They should block. Alright, they are blocking. Good. So if they get one more blocker, I have the struggle to do a bite, and then I can go in unopposed. Alright. Single mana. But that should be nothing, or I can just... I can't do Mammoth yet. I love bringing that Mammoth in, but let's just clear the board over here. leaving it in the graveyard. Haha. I guess they've got a regrowth effect. Or maybe they're just losing their will to live. I'm fine with either. They have a cool sleeve, though. They have the cool Selesnya sleeves. I have the mono green sleeve. And they're like dunzo. Yep, eventually they lose their will to live versus the onslaught of poison. Once they realize that I gotta block things, or if I block things, my stuff will die, and if I don't block things, I will die. I will die. Either my creatures will die or I will die. So there's no need to have creature removal if you've got player removal. Alright, so still trying to get that gold for the day, then we'll switch up our tactics in a bit. But as we progress, here's one of the questions of the day. I asked earlier, people didn't exactly answer, but I'll ask one more time. So from the big book of questions of the day, the question of the day is, what do you like to talk about? Yeah, that poison definitely, that poison, this poison, you know what, actually let's do a quick update. Let's check that if the deck is most optimized in terms of, have I added all of the poison creatures to this deck? Because there's been new sets since I formed the deck. So let's check. Death Touch. And show me not collected. Pestilent Wolf. Well, it's 2 mana for a 2/2, then you pay 3 for Death Touch. Don't like that. Then we got Ronus, 3 mana for a 5/5 with Death Touch, indestructible, but it cannot attack unless you have a bigger creature. No need for creature removal if you have player removal. Yeah, exactly. Put that up on the knowledge board and circle it. So Ronus is cool, but it can't attack or block unless you've got a big creature. So I have all of the Death Touch creatures. Oh, wait a minute. Toxic Scorpion, Death Touch. Here's a 2. When this enters battlefield, another target creature you control gains. Ooh, give another creature Death Touch temporarily. Okay, maybe I'll add this one. One more Death Touch creature. Wait a minute. That Elvish War Master. I remember this. There are a couple of things. Yeah, that's all the Death Touch creatures I get, I guess. What about the fights? Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. I like to talk about woodworking, magic, and that's it. Well, it's always cool when you share your woodworking, your woodworks in the chat. So I appreciate that. Let's add a Prey Upon. Savage Stomp. I'll put more of these. Part of what the deck was going to do as well was just have an elf sort of ability. But we'll focus it really on just the Death Touch creatures, so I won't even have to worry about their just to see, do we have a one-sided deals damage? Is that a way to search? Rabid Bite, Ram Through, Ravenous Pursuit. Okay, so here's one of these alchemy cards. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to be a wet blanket, but I hate alchemy, and I am not going to use any alchemy cards. So that was a card that could go in the deck, but I don't want it. Target creature you control gets whatever until end of turn, then it deals damage equal to power. Alright, yeah, let's do some of those sort of bite effects. Charge of the Forever Beast as an additional cost. Reveal a creature, deals damage. That's a bit conditional. It's dinner time. Alright, have a good dinner. We'll be here playing some magic and poisoning our opponents. Poisoning the opponent. Set Scorpion, Tajuru, Soul Guide Lantern. I could probably remove that and put another one of these bite effects or fights. Let us know what you had for dinner as well. Alright, so we'll play this a bit like this. I added one more poison creature, I added more fight effects. Trying to do that gold digging. And we're going with mono green poison. Alright, guess what's this character's name? Kirik or something? It's mono black. Yawgmoth. Oops, never mind. There is, I think Kirik is in Arena as well, but they, RNG. So I mulliganed 7 times and I never got a poison creature. The odds of that are astronomical. It's a pretty fun poison deck, but as you can see, sometimes the randomness will happen like that. Will freakishly happen like that. That it just randomly never picked one of my death touch creatures on the opening hand. Sure, Arena. Sure, that's exactly what happened. It's not that it's analyzing my deck and then saying, "Let's nerf you." No, that's conspiracy talk right there. But I needed to. Obviously, the best is to have the turn 1 drop poison creature. Alright, so we're dealing with a 5-color commander here, I think. Viavectus Asmati. No, it's 3 colors. As for myself, it's random, not gonna lie. But it seems to be happening again, so is it random if it happens again? Fine. This is horrible, but... horrible and fake, but I get to go first, so, if I bring out my commander first, I'll probably just torch it or something. There's what I needed. Okay, fine. Let's put out a creature that if it gets targeted, no big deal. Alright, they're doing their ramp. Missed a mana. Missed a land drop, but I got my engine online. Let's see if they're going to deal with any removal or still building their side. Alright, it's good. Let's bring up this scorpion. I mean, this cobra. Let's see if they block that. They probably won't because they... Okay, fine. Block that. Even better. Okay, that's going to give them a treasure, actually. And then they're going to have enough to summon Vivectus, I guess. No, it doesn't give them a treasure. What am I talking about? Whenever another creature you control, make a treasure. Whenever another creature... Ooh, or a Brask. Okay. Cool. Cool art on that. Are you going to attack me with your 4/4? No? Okay. Fine. Or Brask is not of this world. Now, here's what I would love. If I play, I'm missing a land drop. Here's what I want. I'm missing a land drop. If I play Llanowar Elf, draws me a card, hopefully it's a land, I can then add poison to my Cobra. Or I can play the sure thing, which is just play the Toxic Scorpion and it already gives it poison. Yeah, I'm too paranoid about the RNG, so let's do it that way. They're like, I can't lose my 4/4. Okay, fine, lose your 4/4. Or maybe you didn't read the card. I'm sure they read the card. It's random until you get enough data. Yes, exactly. I'm just being salty and paranoid. Of course it's all random, but... So they played a shock land, shocked themselves, and then rage quit. That was pretty epic. Well, they were playing with that amazing Phyrexian alternate art. Ah, look at that little canyon Jerboa. Jerboa. Move, you wretched thing! You're scaring the hurdas. Bruise Taro, Gulmafara Nomad. Like 2% of those words make sense. Thank you. Still grinding for that gold. Keep playing this green deck for a bit. So my deck full of like 1/1s and stuff felled a mighty Phyrexian. The alternate art for it is also really nice. I'll pull it up here in a moment. Not Jerboa. Alright, so I get to go first. So obviously if I have my turn 1... Okay, so here's the third game in a row where I didn't get poison creature. Here's a mulligan, and it returns back the exact card. Okay, there we go. Return 2 cards. Return back the land. Of course. The probability of missing a land drop in 40 lands shouldn't be a thing. Alright, you got your 1/1, which you're not going to block with. I should just ram it through. Yeah, let's just send a message already. Ram through with that. Get out of here. That's like their best. That's like one of the best creatures ever. So let's just get it out of here. Like, what card did they use on me? I need it for my deck. Oh, that's a good one. And they're pausing for a part, and I'm missing my own land drop. Okay. Anyway, you're not going to block this, so you get a poison. Third mana. They'll probably have their own bite. Oops, okay. We're going to create a little 1/2. Sure. 2 mana open in green. Creates a mana dork. Who cares? No attacks. Okay. Gotta YOLO this. Fine. Draw me a land, come on. Not a land, okay. Really need a land next turn, come on. Probably drop their 4th land, bring their planeswalker out. Nope, they missed the land drop. Well, they didn't miss a land drop, but they didn't... Oh, never mind, what am I saying? Okay, so let's... Missed my freaking land drop. Okay, let's do a one of these. Let's see if they block that. You only need to be afraid when Finn is out. There's their land drop. There's their planeswalker.
From the smallest ant to the largest hydra, nature is beautiful.
Sure thing.
My, how you've grown.
All right. Well, if you want to be on defenseless, that's fine. Get that out of the way. Get little damage on your planeswalker. Oh, I guess you'll block it. Okay. Guess it's more important to keep it around. Finn can come out next turn with haste. They don't expect that. And then a little blocker. Okay.
This'll be fun to watch.
All right, well... Let's go on to the next scheme. I was running low on cards, on ways to deal with stuff. I had to resummon my commander, missing land drops, falling behind. So let's just move on. Since it's not the ladder, it's no big deal to move on. So there's a couple of events going on today. They're doing this new Decathalon thing, so there's going to be 10 different... there's going to be these 10 different... events. It's going to be these 10 different events and different prizes and all this fun stuff. So after we do the gold digging, I think we got to crack a pack and then... Alright, so they're foretelling something. I don't know, I kind of feel I shouldn't have actually summoned my commander so soon. They got red mana, they're just going to torch it right there. They're going to Raven form it. Okay, close enough. Same sort of thing. And then that's hilarious. That was kind of a lot of effort to... They spent 2 whole cards to deal with my commander. Isn't that extremely inefficient? Whereas I used 1 card. They have their 5th mana, they've got a Kraken, double blue, pausing for priority on double blue, that's annoying. Got a Ronus. If they counterspell that, that's fine, because my commander is more important. So if they tap out next turn, are they going to make more tentacle tokens? They will, okay. But then do a return on that, okay. That just takes up a turn. That's fine. Okay, they're gonna pause with a bunch of blue mana, so this is gonna be annoying. I guess we'll put stuff for bait. Attack with some Death Touchers. They have 3 cards in hand. Got a big board of poison creatures here, so if they tap out, that'll be the best thing. Because I can summon Finn, everything's got Death Touch. That'll be pretty epic. But I think they can afford to summon their burn down the house. Okay. Everything dies except their big ol' meteor kraken. Sure. Double blue mana. Let's try to summon this Thorn Mammoth. Card draw spell, maybe? It was pausing for priority, but they didn't do anything. 3 open mana. 3 open mana, pausing for priority. I'm sure they've got something, but we'll do a little damage. We'll try this removal. They haven't done any counter spells, but I guess the priority is this detection tower. And they probably won't counterspell this. I haven't seen any counterspells so far. Alright, there's that counterspell. Pretty amazing. Now, the Thorn Mammoth... Yeah, they still have... Let's try to get Ronus out. Yeah, like, okay. They're like, didn't I get rid of Ronus before? Well, that's funny. I almost never win with this deck, besides poison. But I guess when you've got some big scary creatures coming at you, that's when it all falls apart. When you have an indestructible god, well, it's destructible, but when it's got a god that keeps coming back, I guess that's when people peace out. All right, there we go. We got the gold for that. So I'm gonna do a little pause at the moment. I'm gonna do a pause and then we'll go on. Thank you for that. But I'm going to take a little break and then back for the final gold digging. I do want to open the packs and the snack chat and such, but we'll wait for Mark to get back. He said he's over at dinner. Okay, you said you're back as well. Okay. Made some tea. Cool. What kind of tea? I know matcha tea is very popular and stuff at the moment. But anyway, let me do a quick break. Quick bathroom break. I'll be back. Then we'll... play a little bit more. I also, when Mark comes back, I'll probably do the snack chat and then the crack a pack, but short break. Be back in just a moment. Alright, we're back. Welcome, Cameron. Hojicha. Japanese roasted green tea. Cool. Hopefully it tastes good. So, let's get back to some gameplay. Okay, so I need 20 blue or red. Okay, I got a blue deck to play with. I call this Jace's Seafood Salad. Let's get Jace on board here. We'll do the gold digging, and then on the next after that we got the crack pack. So those of you that live in the area, did you hear that there was that the police showed up to Plaza Bonita today? Thank you. The police showed up to Plaza Bonita, and there was a big to-do, and I haven't heard the full news about it, but it was something about a robbery, and then it caused like a panic and a lockdown or something. They were stealing jewels or something, and I guess when I read a little bit about it, it was the second time in a month that happened. But poor Plaza Bonita getting people getting shook up. Alright, so they go first. So the idea with this deck is just to draw a lot of cards, mess with the opponent, bring out Jace, take turns, confuse the opponent, steal their stuff. It's not an optimal hand, but we'll see how it goes. They had the mulligan. We saw the videos. Yeah, I saw people on next door asking, what's happening in Plaza Bonita? Reliquary Tower, don't need it just yet. There's an altercation and there was a gun. Yeah, they got that far. Cold Steel Heart, okay. They're gonna be ready to Omnath very, very soon. We got our Alrund's Epiphany, so this is one of the cards that just got nerfed. But 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4. They're gonna summon Omnath next turn, probably, so we'll keep Blink ready. Even though I could Epiphany. Yeah. Oh well. That's cannot be counter protection from blue, but while it's on the stack, it doesn't have protection. No, actually, wait, that doesn't do it. Never mind. It's fine. Let's bounce back there. I guess what I should have done was I should have bounced back there. Protection from blue. What the algorithm is going to pair me with an opponent that has protection from blue. Are you kidding me? 2 weeks ago. Okay, so there was another robbery 2 weeks ago. Protection from blue. This is... I hate to quit this early, but this doesn't make any sense. Having their protection from blue creature on turn 3, and my deck is a mono blue deck, I'm not going to be able to handle it at all. So it doesn't make any sense. So there's the RNG pairing system for you. Let's see if we can play against an opponent that I can actually play against. So if people don't realize, sometimes a deck just cannot battle another deck, and there's just no point to try to tough it out. I know sometimes people tell me, like, sometimes you quit too easily. But it's like, even the pros know, if they know their deck enough, and they know their strategy and such, they know what their outs are, and how to deal with an opponent. And when they've got a protection from blue creature, and my whole deck's mono blue, it's like, come on, let's not kid ourselves. They're just going to be hitting me for 5 damage every single turn. My Planeswalker's not going to survive. I have no blockers. I can't bounce it back. I can't counterspell it. There's like, it's just death. So let's try. The only way that I would have been able to deal with that is if I had precognition for the future, and I would have bounced back their mana rock during their upkeep, and then prevented them for 1 turn. So they're going to play 5-color Mishmash. Don't really have anything great here. Onto the Royal right there. I don't really even need these fetch lands, but they kind of make me feel... Okay, the opponent's mulliganing furiously, because they obviously want to get their 5-color junk on board. But anyway, as I was saying, Evolving Wilds and Terramorphic Expanse and the like fetch lands. I don't even need it in my deck, but I just kind of feel good about shuffling. So little paranoia there. Plus, it's also fun and annoying to pause priority so I can figure out what they're doing. Alright, so we got white, black, and green, but passing priority, but holding priority for themselves for a moment, maybe. Alright, let's see about this mana rock. We have green and white, that's naturalize and or disenchant. As for myself, I could summon my commander already. I know, Autumn, doesn't that destroy? Yeah, that destroys mana rocks. Okay, no problem. This is not the Decathalon yet, no. Alright, so... I could royal... Let's just toss that back and draw a card. Resummon it, who cares? Valiant Knight. Sure. There's one of my steel spells. So what is this? Other knights you control get whatever. Sure. How about instead you play that card again and I draw a card? And so one of the great things about this deck is the Serpent of the Yawning Depths. It's a 6/6. All my Krakens, Leviathans, and Octopuses and Serpents cannot be blocked. So that's fun. Alright, so they finally summon their commander. This is a 5 mana, 5, 6, 7. Once I get 7 mana, I can steal it. But for the moment... For the moment, let's just toss it back, and then I could summon my Chase, but they'll be able to recast it and probably have the mana to give it haste, although that requires red mana. What are the odds that they have red mana to give haste? Probably 1000%, right? Let's go for it. I bet you they're gonna get that red mana to get haste.
I'm always a step ahead. Smoke and mirrors.
No red mana, okay. Got their knight, got their other knight. Nope, got their Dauntless Bodyguard, which gives indestructibility, right? Indestructibility, which is different than protection. So let's
think this through.
Let's think this through, exactly. If we pay 3, then we have 3 mana, and with that, I could toss back their Valiant Knight, and they lose a turn. Sure. Wouldn't it be funny if they try to do their sacrifice and they think it's going to give it, like, protection or something? That's the Owl Seed. The Owl Seed does that. No red mana yet. Oops, they're going to destroy my clock. Fine. That deserves a who cares. Going after my Chase. Nah. Alright. I can steal their knight. It wouldn't be my favorite thing to steal, but that'll create a blocker. Missed a land drop. Man.
Decisions.
Now they're gonna cast their Valiant Knight, give that a +1, kill my Planeswalker. That was a waste. I wanted to save that for stealing something good, but here at least there's a blocker. One more mana, then I can bring out my 6/6. They're missing their own land drop, but there's their red mana. So they've got the red mana for haste. Ooh, at least they mill that freaking Casualties of War. And then I missed another land drop. Okay. So, let's make a creature.
This should distract you.
We're still on the gold digging. It actually got a little bit slower than I would have wanted. All creatures gain trample, +1 counter. Yeah, let's hold back some blockers. Return a creature to the hand or the battlefield? To the hand, okay. So they have enough to summon their commander plus give it haste, but I've got blockers. Are they gonna go for it? No. Okay, they're gonna do the indestructibility and then they're gonna do the haste, so okay. Wow. Obvious player is obvious. And then everything at that. Okay, that's fine. I can recast Jace.
Did that just happen?
They lost their indestructibility. As for myself, I can cast a 6/6. Yeah, I need to figure out some high technology to have that show on my screen about what level we're at. But no, we're still at gold digging. Alright, so they don't have their indestructibility. They're going to summon their knight. That's going to be a 6/6, but I've got a lot of blockers. And I can make a big old fishy. That's got hexproof. What else does this do? Put any creature from the graveyard. There's nothing in the graveyard to steal. They can draw cards. They can gain life. They can +1 their creatures. I guess they can do that twice. They can make a 7/7. Actually, they can do it 3 times. They've got the... Instead they'll get greedy and I guess destroy something. Nope. Bunch of mill. Maybe I should have mutated that, but nah, I guess I need blockers. Lay claim. Okay, I'll keep that lay claim. Lay claim on top is a control magic. I guess they will, if they put up a bunch of plus counters on their Kenrith, and then I can steal it. So then that will cause a rage quit, probably. So what my deck is trying to do is do some control and delay tactics, and then eventually steal their stuff. Ooh, that's got double strike. Okay. Should I steal their double striker or their planes? Let's steal their commander. That's what causes the rage quit. Like that. So, yeah. All knights get double strike. Pretty cool. Those are not knights. With Kenrith, I can draw a card. Hey Gabe, how's it going? I'm trying to make a bunch of fishies. So I have an 8/7 and a 6/7 unblockable. I guess we'll do that. But is that one unblockable as well? No, that's a shark. Alright, we'll just send an 8/7 unblockable. It is annoying that they got their double strike creature out of the graveyard, but I guess I've got blockers. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24. That is lethal if I don't block anything. So I guess I'll have to block with their commander. That's obvious. Okay. So, plus it's pausing for priority, so I'm sure some annoying stuff will happen here. But we'll, can everyone help me with the math? 8 plus 7 is how much? Because that's how much damage I can do next turn. Unless they gain life. Alright, we summon the commander. We have 3 mana open, 3 mana. That's enough to gain 5 life. Okay, so I'm not going to win this. Might stop by campus. Yeah. So, okay. We fought valiantly, but we're dead. Because they're just going to gain 5 life right now.
Are they your memories? Can you really trust your eyes?
So I'm going to try to go in with this damage with these unblockable creatures, but I doubt that they will not realize that they can gain 5 life. Yeah, they're going to gain 5 life off of that. That's going to waste a turn. They're down to 1 life. They've got all these double strike creatures. They've got full mana with Kenrith, so it was close. Wilderness Wreck. Okay. So, yeah, this is game over. Well, that untap. That's at the end of the turn. Maybe they see my commander and it'll... Yeah, so all those 4/4s, who cares? But that double striker, that matters. They're only attacking with 1 double striker, but they have put a +1 counter on 1 creature. So we'll just block with that. Not trample, right? And then all those 4/4s, I'm sure that's not enough damage to get through. I doubt they'll be able to do 19 damage, even with that double strike. There must be a trick here. There must be a trick. There must be a trick. Because if it comes back on my turn, I have just unblockable sea creatures. They can gain another 5 life off of their... You know what? I shouldn't have blocked with Cherix. I shouldn't have blocked with Cherix because then they're gonna kill it, probably. Cavalier's gonna kill my unblockable serpent. Huh, okay. But then they still have enough life. They can still gain. They're gonna gain 5 life, and then Wilderness Wreck is gonna give their mana back. Yeah, this is game over. Freaking 5-color pile of garbage. Alright, well, let's move on. How are we doing on the gold digging? No wonder Wilderness Reclamation was banned, because it was just gonna untap all their mana, they were gonna gain 50 life, and then they had way too much to deal with, so. So let's keep going to try to get the gold. It is going slower than I thought. I've been streaming for an hour and a half. I haven't finished my gold. Okay, so slivers are never fun to play against. I do get to go first, but I don't think this is gonna go well. My deck, I don't have any counter spells. Yes, I know it's a mono blue deck, but I don't have any counter spells on this. I was gonna say if that was a turn 1 mana weft sliver, I was gonna rage quit. Because when people do that, turn 1 mana weft sliver, which makes all slivers into Llanowar elves. Wow, fun. So if this were a 4-player game, a sliver deck is vaguely tolerable, but on a 1v1, interesting. It's interesting that they haven't played any slivers for 2 whole turns. Fine. Let's try to do our stuff.
I love a good there is always an answer.
I got my enthralling hold, but only works when they've attacked. All slivers have draw and discard. Okay.
This will come in handy.
I can play that card again. Oh, there's my time warp. That's salt inducing. Massive Nexus, okay, that wastes a turn.
Let's try this.
We'll take a turn. Mana rock. How about we draw a bunch of cards? Ooh, there's mass manipulation. But I need a lot of mana. Well, I need 6 mana. I need 6 mana for that to be online. And draw 3. Okay, so we'll draw all 3 of these right here. Yeah, let's draw all of that. Play a land. Here's why I like to play Jace. Because we have...
Told you I could figure it out.
Because we have triple
I'm up for a
Jace.
challenge.
And then each
Just
one of
because
these...
it isn't real doesn't mean it won't kill you. Oh, look at that. It's so sad to watch you fight yourself.
So that's why I changed the settings of my my arena to hear the planeswalkers better. So then here's what we're gonna. All right. So okay. So we got 6 mana, and that's a nice sliver you had. Kapow. Let's see how long
It's
it
how
takes.
you play the hand you're dealt.
How long does it take before they rage quit? Yep, when they invested... When they invested so much mana and setup and resources for their amazing autopilot commander here, and then to have it stolen, yes, I had to pay a ton of mana for it, but that's fair magic, not like this that all slivers get cascade. triple planeswalkers, illusions, bounce spells, steal your stuff spells. That's what this deck's all about. And it causes so much salt when it comes together, of course. If the RNG isn't at my back, then it might not always do its thing. And we got our gold. Okay, so let's do our Crack-a-Pack. Oh, that's why we just saw Urabrask, because all of these are on sale. I don't remember purchasing that Vorinclex. It must have been from some sort of reward. I don't remember purchasing it. I don't care about any of these. There, so let me check in with everyone. If you want me to do the Crack-a-Pack, scream real loud in the chat. I don't know if my system isn't updating, but yeah, so tell me there in the chat if you want me to do the Crack-a-Pack. Crack-a-Pack would be next. There's a little bit of a delay, but you can all tell me there. I'll wait. I think it's a 30-second delay. So yeah, exactly. That's how you scream real loud. All right, let's do that then. Let's switch over to the card cam. Card cam over here. So we're going to do this Crack-a-Pack right here. Again, we've also got the snack chat in a moment where we're going to... This is an Australian candy, apparently. Scorched peanut bar. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't find it appetizing to hear that my food in any way is going to be scorched. Like, what, did a dragon scorch it? But I'm sure in Australian slang, it means something else. So we're going to open that in a bit. We're going to open this Crimson Vow pack right here. This is my last one. Yeah, exactly. In it can be, if they only added more low-cost creatures, it would definitely be a great rush deck. All right, so this is my last Booster of Innistrad Crimson Vow from my pre-release pack. I've been holding on to these to open them on the stream. And so here's the last one. Let's open this one up. Actually, let me turn on my other light. I think the light's a little low. More light means it's more visible. And let me also fix my focus. Let me lock my focus, that is. Focus right here. There we go. Okay. So, Crack-a-Pack hype. We have a braid, new artwork on that. I really like this artwork. I just realized there's like a phoenix bird sort of thing back there. I thought it was just like red sparkly magic. And this looks like his face is getting, no, his mask is getting ripped off and his face and everything. So just a whole bunch of action going on. Either deal damage or destroy an artifact. Then a Cradle of Safety. 2 mana, Aura, Flash, enchant your creature. When this enters, your creature gains hexproof until end of turn, and it gets a +1. So 2 mana hexproof plus a +1, and that's some of the cutest art ever. Now don't look too close, because whenever I see candles all around something, it makes me think, hey, that's a sacrificial altar, which obviously it's not, but I think they could have done it without the candles, because I don't know. Tell me there. Whenever you see candles around something, does that make you think like of a dark, some sort of dark ritual or something? Oh, it's just a little baby being born. Don't worry. Unholy Officiant. Single white mana, Vampire Cleric with Vigilance. Pay 5 mana and put a +1 on it. Otherwise, it's a 1/2. Alright, we'll be here. Lacerate Flesh. 5 mana sorcery. Deals 4 damage to a creature. Create a number of blood tokens equal to the amount of excess damage dealt to that creature. Alright, so if you're blasting their 1/1, you can create 3 treasures. If you blast their 4/4, you get 0 treasures. Math. This art is hilarious. I think it's really bordering on the unstable type of art. What would you all say? This is not quite serious art. Aim for the head. 3 mana sorcery. Choose one. Exile a zombie, or target opponent exiles 2 cards from their hand. So 3 mana to exile from the hand, or get rid of a zombie. There's lots of scary zombies out there. It's sorcery speed. Bramble Armor. 2 mana equipment. When this enters, so this is one of these auto snap equipments. Wizards is starting to do this more often. That it's mixing like a plain old enchantment plus an equipment. The problem with equipment, of course, is you needed to pay for the equipment cost, casting cost, and then you needed to pay for the equip cost. So now they're trying to reduce the pain point a little bit by still having cast cost and equip cost, but now auto snap. So you get at least 1 equip before you need to re-equip. Creature gets +2/+1, and then later equip for 4. I love the art on this. The Diregraph Scavenger Zombie Bear. 4 mana, 2/3. Death Touch. When this enters, exile up to 1 card from any graveyard. If a creature card was exiled, each opponent loses 2 life, you gain 2 life. So it eats their graveyard, deals damage, it's got Death Touch, pretty epic art, and a sword through its head. Flavor text. It can barely feel the sword anymore. Haha. The new Mana Rock. Honored Heirloom. 3 mana artifact, tap it, add 1 mana of any color. 2 and tap, exile a card from a graveyard. So there's a lot of graveyard shenanigans in this set. Selectively remove stuff. Weaver of Blossoms. This is a flip card, 3 mana. On the front, it's a human werewolf, 2/3. Tap it to add a mana of any color. Daybound. So if it becomes night, it flips, and it flips into Blossom-clad Werewolf. I like the art on that one better. It's a 3/4, and you add 2 mana. So it's either going to be an attacking 3/4, it's going to give you double green mana. We're on to the uncommons. Mark of Purifier. I love the art on that. The red mist. Amazing armor with the gold accents and the like. This is in Orzhov colors, aka Silver Quill colors. It's a 2/3. It's lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained life this turn, pay 2. If you do, draw a card. So if you gain some life, if you gain any amount of life, you can then pay. Welcome back. We just went into the uncommons here. So it's a 2/3. It's got lifelink. Then you pay 2 to draw cards. This would be cool to cosplay. Then we've got the Sanguine Statuette. Now, if you look carefully, this is art that appears on Arena, and you don't really notice it on the card. But on Arena, if you look very, very, very carefully, there are a couple of aspects of the art of the statue that are like kind of realistic, that I was surprised that Wizards would kind of add that realism to certain parts of the anatomy, because they don't quite do that anymore. But be on the lookout for it on Arena, where it has more detail. So anyway, this is an artifact, 2 mana. When this enters, create a blood token. Whenever you sacrifice blood, you may have this become a 3/3 artifact creature with haste. Okay, so you got an artifact hanging around, blood's being sacrificed, this comes to life, it's got haste. Kind of interesting. Voltaic Visionary. This is a flip card. It's a 1/2 human wizard. 3/1. Tap it, deals 2 damage to you. Exile the top card of your library. You may play the card this turn. Activate only as a sorcery. So that's interesting. When you play an exiled card, transform it. Okay. So when it transforms, it becomes a Volt Charged Berserker. Now it's a 4/3 and it cannot block. So 3/1 becomes a 4/3 if it flips. And then we go on to the rare. I already had this one. Wish I had a different one. Headless Rider, 3 mana, 3/1, zombie. When this or another non-token zombie you control dies, create a 2/2 zombie. So when your non-zombie creatures die, they become zombies. No, wait. Whenever this or another non-tokens... Okay, whenever any of your zombies die, they become zombies. That's slightly wrong in the flavor, because living things become zombies. And this is that a zombie dies and becomes a zombie. That's weird. That's the rare. We have one of the new amazing lands. Really looks cool, that black and white, grayscale, Albrecht Dürer woodcut style. Here we have a scary kraken taking down a boat. So how far we've come from the concept of islands. There's water here, and there's a boat and a kraken, so yeah, that's an island. Then we have, okay, here's a better rare, possibly. Odric, Bloodcursed, 3 mana, and its foil. 3 mana, Vampire Soldier, 3/3. When this enters the battlefield, create X blood tokens, where X is the number of abilities from among Flying, First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Reach, Trample, and Vigilance found among creatures you control. Count each ability only once. So this doesn't do anything on its own. You have to have already a board of creatures, and then they have to have abilities from the ones listed here, and then you make blood. So definitely a build around. You have to have a lot of creatures out, and you get a lot of blood. Blood on its own is okay. It's a draw ability and graveyard sort of ability, so interesting, but I don't see myself playing this card. And yeah, I think this is an interesting set with a vampire and werewolf and zombie focus. And I think this looks cool with the blood droplets floating around everywhere. Very cool foil on the sword. Ooh, and then you even see some, look, check out his eyes. When I tilt it like this, the eyes, or how did I catch it? Right there. The eyes become red. Cool. And lastly, the day-night token. Yeah. Let's see if we can get that even closer to see more detail on these. Officially, Wizards calls them premium cards, but everyone calls them what they want. So there's foil on the armor, the sword, the background elements, the eyes. Look at how the eyes sparkle. Nice. Alright, we'll get back to the game and let's get to the Decathalon. So we've got this Decathalon event. Test your abilities in a variety of game modes. This is sealed. Build a 40-card deck from 3 packs of Innistrad 1 and 2, then play games against your fellow competitors. If you reach maximum wins, you'll earn the event's special token. Collect 3 tokens or more from different events, and you can qualify for the Decathalon Finals. So it's a bunch of events. It's a bunch of events, 10 events, with different requirements and such. different game modes and such. And if you get to the very end, you get a token. And then when you get 3 tokens, you get to another event. At the very least, by entering the event, you get a cool new sleeve. Then in the 1 win, you get nothing. And then in the 2 wins, you get nothing. In the 3 wins, you get 1 pack. Packs can be from any set on Magic Arena. Yay, it's going to give you Ixalan cards. And then over here, you also get 1 pack. You get 2 packs, 3 packs, and then 7 wins, you get 3,000 gold, so your entry fee back plus the special token. So let's enter. And let's play some of this Decathalon event. Alright, so what are my rares here? Falcon Wrath Pit Fighter, 2/1 Vampire, discard a card, sacrifice a vampire, draw 2 cards. Okay, worthless. Patchwork Crawler, it's a 1/2. Welcome back, Mark. You're just in time for the... I entered the Decathalon event, which over the next 5 weeks there are going to be 10 events, and this event right here is a sealed 3 packs of Innistrad Midnight Hunt and 3 packs of Innistrad Crimson Vow. So the current Innistrad Return to Innistrad set with various rewards. We also got a cool new sleeve. So I'm looking at the rares at the moment. Patchwork Crawler, 2 mana, 1/2. Exile a creature from your graveyard. Put a +1 on this. This has all of activated abilities of all creatures exiled with it. Huh. Interesting. I think this is a very good one. Slaughter Specialist, it's a 1/2, it's a 3/3. Give your opponent a 1/1. Whenever a creature an opponent dies, put a +1 on this. So this will probably be pretty high on my list to craft a deck. We have Anya, Maid of Dishonor. This is supposed to be a very good card. 4 mana, 4/5. When this and/or 1 or more other vampires enter the battlefield, create blood. To sacrifice another creature or blood, each opponent loses 2 life, you gain 2 life. So I think I'm going to go with black-red vampires. Then, although we might even have humans, Adeline, this one's a very good card. Adeline, she's an X4, it's a vigilance equal to the number of creatures. And whenever she attacks, create a 1/1 human token that's tapped and attacking, so she gets stronger. So maybe humans, white, green humans, maybe. Because here's another human. Cemetery Protector, 3/4, flash. When this enters, exile a card from any graveyard. Whenever you play a land, so landfall, or cast a spell. What's the name for that one? So when you play a land that's landfall, Magecraft or Prowess, if it shares a card type with the exile card, create a 1/1. Ugh, that's so much setup. When this enters, exile a card from any graveyard. If you then landfall, if it shares a card type with the exile card, create a human. So it makes more humans if you properly landfall. That's weird. So the Patchwork Crawl looks pretty cool. Yeah, it's almost even hard to tell where's its face and stuff. Alright, so those are the rares. Let's see the other things that we got. Show me the... So we got an Evolving Wilds, Moon Silver Key that also mana fixes. We got a Mana Rock, Honored Heirloom. Moon Sliver fixes mana, so we could play more than 2 colors. Wedding Invitation, 2 mana. When this enters, draw a card, tap it, sacrifice it. Target creature cannot be blocked. If it's a vampire, it also gains lifelink. If I'm doing vampires, maybe this will do stuff. At least it's a card draw. Foreboding Statue, it's a 3 mana, Mana Rock. Alright, so I got a lot of mana fixing. Maybe I could play a bunch of colors. Add 1 mana of any color, put an Omen counter on this. At the beginning of your end step, if there are 3 or more Omens, transform it, and when it transforms, it becomes a 5/5. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, add 1 mana of any color. So it also makes you free mana. So I got a lot of mana fixing here. I got Evolving Wilds, Moon Sliver Key, that Mana Rock. And the statue, so a lot of mana fixing. What about my multicolored Storm Skrillex? These names. 5 mana, 2/4 flying, instant sorceries cost 1 less. So mana reduction. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, this is +2 until end of turn. So if it focuses on spells, this could get really big. Hungry for more. Oh, this one, I hate this card. I hate when my opponents use it, but I got my own copy. 2 mana, create a 3/1 vampire with trample and lifelink and haste, and then it dies at the end of the turn. I've been loving my YouTube videos, been checking some of the latest ones, gotta check out more later. Thanks! I've been taking a little break, feeling a little burnt out on the YouTube videos, but there's literally hundreds of them to check out. But I'm gonna be back very soon. I got some ideas for new videos, just to further make me feel good about making YouTube videos. Gabe, what's a recent one that you watch, and tell me why you loved it. Or Stevie, or Mark, or any of you, tell me why you liked my recent videos, so that my cold, dead heart can come alive again to make more videos. Anyway, so this makes 3/1s with trample, lifelink, and haste, and then flashback it. So that's another good vampire card. You know, I think I'm just gonna put the vampires in so far because I think I'm really gonna go with vampires. I wish this would show you what... This doesn't quite show you what lands you opened, except Evolving Wilds. Ooh, the Nirvana one. Thanks, I really liked that one. Can you believe it's already 30 years since the debut of that album? Okay, so... How many vampires did we get? I want to play the vampire deck, but there are hardly any vampires that I pulled. Okay, let me put all of these vampire-related cards in here for the moment. The first issue covers. Thanks. Yeah, I've been doing these to kind of maybe try to differentiate a little. I've been doing these compared to other people. I mean that the trying to do issues about. I mean, trying to do that what was I going to say? Oh yeah, trying to do videos about comics, but that they are with a focus on first issues. Yeah, I did a couple of driving videos, just driving around a little bit, randomly. So if the announcement appears... that... that I'm driving, then stop on by and hang out in as I drive around. Alright, so here's my deck. So if there's 3 losses, the event is over, but let's see how it goes. So one of the things I did today was I went to the comic shop, picked up a couple of back issues. There was a series that came out. Oh, Ice Cream Socialist. That is Megan from. That is Megan from Good Luck High Five. So she has her name Ice Cream Socialist. Okay. This is just an aggro deck right here. Look at all this damage that I'm doing. This Blood Squire. We got a 2/2 Death Touch. Missed a land drop. So they're gonna have a blocker, that's annoying. Got a 3/2. They're going with blue-black zombies. So this claims that my stream is poor. Does everything look okay? Target creature gets +1 if it's your turn. That creature gains trample. Otherwise, it gains first strike. So, guess we'll try to hold back over here. Let's see if they attack. If they attack, then I can first strike my 4/3. Oh man, that scab is really nice. They have all their mana. Alright, otherwise he gains first strike. Okay, this better work. Although they have double blue mana. Well, I'm gonna lose this. They have all the mana, they have all the combos, they have all the zombies, I have no mana. There's another removal. Yeah, I'm pretty far behind here, so we'll see if we can catch up, but They have card advantage, they have creature advantage, they have advantage with blood, they have synergy. Well, it was close. I'm way far behind now. I have no blockers. They have lethal right there, I guess. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. So it I missed too many land drops, so that was amazing. Alright, let's see if we get some better RNG this time. Started off strong and then the deck just died. And as you saw, the opponent had everything that they needed. Very synergistic. Right, the opponent is playing 3 colors plus combat tricks. So I can summon Anya. Well, at least this time I'm getting... Oops, I should have played a mountain. At least this time I'm getting my mana. They're missing their land drops. No, there's their 4th mana. Wow. Alright, so we'll try to have a blocker here with some stolen vitality. That's a 2-3. That's a 3-5. So, Helena and Elena are very good cards, definitely. I don't have any direct removal. But I have some card draw. And Helena's just gonna keep making that freaking zombie bigger. All right, last match. And then we'll do the snack chat. We'll see how that scorched peanut butter bar goes. So we have no way out. That'll make a zombie. That'll make them discard. Is there any flash green creature? They weren't getting their black mana for duress. So ironic. That was their black mana for duress. I see you're sharing some... Gabe, what's that? Is that like a classic photo from a while ago when we did some magic get-together with hot sauces and stuff? Okay, so here's gonna be the big brain tech eventually. Welcome back. I'm doing the Decathalon event and doing very badly at it. But I'm going to try to do a cool action right here. I'm going to sacrifice this poor little strangler, which then causes it to come back to life. And then I become a big old 4/4. There's some pretty scary art. Awoken Demon. Posted a variety, a party pack of stone brewery drinks. Yeah. Ooh, they have their own ecstatic awakener. Okay. You should have attacked with that first. They did that slightly out of order. They should have attacked first, and then the let's see if the 4/4 blocks the 4/4. Okay, that's fine. That will then transform my farmer. That's a 6/6. So I got a 3/4 in the air. I've got a 4/3 with lifelink. Do not care. Oh, that's good. So what can this do again when this or another one enters the battlefield? 2 sacrifices of the creature or blood. Let's see if they double block this. Double blocking would be better, would be more advantageous for them. I guess so. Okay, they're gonna have some sort of effect. Fine. We have 1 card left in hand. You'll bring some of that brewery, but not to campus. Can't bring those brews to the campus. Yeah, don't tell me they have nothing left there. Definitely. Okay, so it is pausing for something. Tap 3 untap creatures you control. Each opponent loses 1 life. I might be able to kill them with Anji. Anya. A-N-J-E, Anya, I believe is the pronunciation. Alright, so they're probably going to attack with... Oops, then never mind. Okay, got it. Well, there's the first win. Very lucky on that, I think. But the funny thing is that on the Decathalon here, okay, so entry gets you new sleeves, and then 1 win gets you nothing, 2 wins gets you nothing, and then 3 wins gets you a pack. So now that marks my lucky charm, because I wasn't winning previously. Then he showed up, and then now we won one. So let's see if we can get that winitude, keep it going. I have my 6 mana removal spell. But I get to go first. They mulliganed. I have a turn 1 play and a turn 2 play. We both have the Black Lotus. The Black Lotus pet, or whatever they're called. Oh, look at this show off over here. They got the Dracula lands. It does look cool. So there's some new Dracula lands. There's a plains, doesn't really look plainsy. There's a swamp, that looks amazing. Doesn't really look swampy, but it does look amazing. So that's a double strike. Okay. I won't, it's probably not furry enough. You have to have a furry rabbit's foot. Getting so much mana this time around. Okay, great. But might as well still do some attacks. Now I get a 3/3 with Menace. That's not fun. But now I have my 5 mana. So with my 5 mana, and that's a sorcery. Wow. Fine. Pay 5 mana. No, pay 6 mana. Making math. So double block on that. That's fine. Six mana removal spell at sorcery speed, and then it makes you 2 bloods. So much mana. Well, with all that mana that I have, I can use it with the blood. They got rid of a flyer. That's what I want, this doomed. So I just have to decide here, when this dies create a zombie, and this one create a whatever. Okay, so here's the big brain tech right here. Let's summon this poor little 2/1. And then a freaking removal spell. Wow. Never mind. Damage to this. And I guess we'll blood away this land. And a pit fighter, okay. So you have to pay 2, discard a card, and sacrifice a vampire to draw 2 cards. Activate this only if opponent lost life. That's such a terrible rate. Okay. Celestus Sanctifier has been cursed. I have so much card advantage compared to me. What do we want to do here? When it becomes zero night, look at the top card, put one of them to your hand in graveyard. This isn't really going to do too much. Life is close. At least their day-night stuff goes away. This will make a zombie. So I have a way worse zombie than they do. I have one of these decay zombies. Well, GG opponent. So the next event on tonight's night is we already did the Crack-a-Pack, so you missed that, Mark, but I will recap very quickly. The rare, I think I've gotten this one before, was the Headless Rider. The flavor on this is a little weird, because if a zombie dies, it makes a zombie. Obviously, it should be if you've got a living thing, then it makes a zombie. So it's a 3/1, very fragile. So when your zombies die, it makes more zombies. And then I got a foil, a legendary creature. And the foil on this is really cool because look at his eyes. Look at how the foil highlights on his eyes and everything. This is a really weird card. It's a 3/3, it makes blood tokens, but based on the number of abilities that your creatures have, this has no abilities. So if you summon it by itself, you make 0 blood, but you need to set yourself up to have a bunch of creatures with abilities, and then it makes blood. And then of course another cool land, and we've gotten so far away from the definition of islands. There's no land in sight, but this is an island. Okay, so the other thing that I've got to open today is this scorched peanut bar, and this was at this World Market shop that I love visiting, that has this international food. So this is what I'm opening up, and it stood out to me because scorched peanut bar. I don't think I've ever eaten things that are scorched, and I don't know if this is just slang, but I don't want my food to be scorched. Scorched peanuts in caramelized toffee with a rich chocolatey coating. That's in there. And what I thought was interesting was this is from Australia. There's an address here. I implore everyone on the stream, whenever I show an address of a company, manufactured by Cook's Confectionery, 8 Durgadin Drive, Albion Park, New South Wales, Australia, 2527. I implore everyone that whenever I show an address of a company, send them an email or a letter and tell them to sponsor me, because I'm doing all of this without sponsorship, and tell them VM Compost would gladly sponsor whatever I'm showing on the stream. So Yep, there it is there. So let's open this up, switch over to the other camera. This is what I'm opening now. Imported from the Southern Hemisphere. So it felt like there were two pieces, but it just broke, I guess, when it travels millions of kilometers to get to the US. I guess it broke. But then let's switch over to back over here. With a big old chocolate bar. It looks like at some point it was laying like that, and see it slightly melted a little bit, and then it flattened like that. And then in between, you got a lot of peanuts, scorched peanuts, according to the package, and caramel. Smells really nice. Very hard. Harder than I would like. Because of the toffee. So there's the very crispy toffee, the less crispy peanuts. So it's an interesting contrast between the crunchiness. The flavor of the caramel is good. Nice peanut flavor, chocolate flavor. Very enjoyable. Yeah, chewing it gives you the contrast. The much it's a death bar. Allergic to peanuts. Yeah, you saw there in the cross section that it's just full of peanuts. But don't worry, because this is halfway around the world. Mark, it's not going to hurt you. It's safely way over here in the US. Or across the ditch. But yeah. So this is very enjoyable. The chocolate, it's not any sort of special chocolate. It doesn't say. I suppose it's a milk chocolate. And I suppose it would have said its level of cacao, as they are wont to do when it matters. This kind of even looks like it. This looks like almost like a clean cut. It doesn't look like it would actually break. Oh, and then over here, I haven't showed it off, but I have my Chandra. I have my Chandra playmat. Would you like some chocolate, Chandra? Oh yeah, this is very enjoyable. I'm gonna give this 5 out of 5 Chandras. Apologies, but it's probably very loud. You shouldn't have taken such a big bite. Let's do some gameplay. It's been very tasty. Actually, I haven't played this demon deck in a little while. I'm gonna switch over to the demon deck, play a little bit. It's about 10:30 or so. I'm just gonna probably play until 11. That'll be a nice 3 hours. 3-hour stream. We'll play with some demons. Let's make some demonic pacts. I have the alternate win condition on this. Liliana's something rather. That if I have, it's like 4 or 5 different demons on the field, I win. I got that. You're gonna send me. Oh, I missed something here. You were gonna send me a pack of minties, but they won't let me send food items. Really? Ah. How am I able to get this international food? They weren't gonna send me minties. Let me look them up on. I bet these are like these mint biscuits, right? AKA cookies. Minties. New Zealand? Can I look them up like that? Minties from New Zealand? These look like dog treats. Are you sure you're sending me what you... Well, let me show you right here, everyone. This was what Mark was gonna send me. Minties. Maximum mint. Minties. 40. Yeah, they look pretty tasty. Thank you for considering sending these to me. But the mean old customs agent wasn't gonna let them through. You probably meant these over here. Minties is a brand of confectionery originating in Australia and manufactured in both Australia and New Zealand for their respective markets. They are hard, white and chewy, rectangular, mint-flavored confection, which on chewing becomes so sticky that they are notorious for causing dental fillings to come out. I don't have any, so I'll be fine. They were originally packaged in 2-kilo bulk tins, or 85 grams, cardboard boxes, but now come in smaller ones. Minties are wrapped in waxed paper with a cartoon underneath the logo with the common caption, "It's moments like these you need minties." So that would have been cool. Just don't tell them what you were shipping. Just say don't worry. It's more about like, don't bring foreign fauna to us, but we can send off stuff originating from 1922. About 500 million are consumed each year, and it says citation needed. That is some real Wikipedia. What is the opponent doing? That is some real Wikipedia snark. When there's something and then it says citation needed. Okay, opponent, they finally woke up. Alright, let's see if our little demon guy will live. Since COVID happened, restrictions have been super tight. Okay. That would make sense. In the early 90s, Choco Mints were marketed, which integrated milk chocolate into the original recipe. I'm still reading the Wikipedia. Later in the 90s, Minties released Spearmint Minties, but these were taken off the market for unknown reasons. Just by the end of 1999. Sure, unknown reasons, I'm sure. Sure they were poisonous. In 2013, Nestle introduced Allen's Minties, Smooth Mints, Choc and Vanilla, which had chocolate and mint vanilla varieties in one pack. Falcon Wrath 4-bearer. Pretty scary. Minties are not so bad in your teeth if you suck on them. Yeah, that would make sense that if you just go for it, then they're gonna get stuck in all your crevices and everything. But if you just use them as... Oh man, this freaking Falcon Wrath is gonna keep coming back over and over, huh? So let's exile instead. I missed my own land drop, but once I get my last mana, I can summon Lord Rakdos himself. Come on, mana. Come on, mana. It's not mana, but it still does stuff, but not enough to deal all the damage. Oh, that's annoying. Let's see if our Rakasha survives. The spearmint ones made people sick, if you remember. That's funny, then you need to edit the Wikipedia because it says taken off the market for unknown reasons. So if you can pull up at least one news article about that, you can edit the Wikipedia and you have a citation to cite, a source to cite, and then you will have contributed to Wikipedia and the knowledge of the world. There's a few articles that I've contributed throughout the years, or edits and so forth. I haven't done it in a little while, but that's one way to get that sweet hit of that fleeting internet fame. All right, here we go. We have enough mana for Lord Rakdos, and then we have to hopefully let the RNG do its thing. Let's see if the RNG can do its thing. Yes, Lord Rakdos, RNG for the win. Alright, so we got our Doom Whisperer to trade life for scry power. Actually, surveil power. Hopefully we don't lose a lot of life trying to surveil for that one land. Okay. That's not a demon, but let's surveil for... Ooh, okay, actually we want that blood on the snow. Alright, so I'm gonna go in for a big ol' hit. And then we'll do a little board wipe. I haven't optimized the lands on this, because then I can't get anything back from the graveyard. Alright, there's my final mana. Let's see if we can get it done again. Come on, Rakdos, do your thing. Randomly, Lord Rakdos, twice in a row, wiped the board. This is lethal for them. They need a blocker in the air or removal. That's a blocker in the air. Alright, well, what I could do is if they don't strengthen Drana, I can deal, I can deal damage with either my Sweltering Sun, 3 damage, take out Drana, or deal 4 damage with Storm's Wrath. Then they have no blockers, and then Rakdos deals 6 damage. So let's see what they do. They have 3. Okay, they're gonna keep sacrificing blood, looking for something. So hopefully they don't get a Doomblade. Actually, Doomblade won't work. Okay, so they have a blocker, but I have damage here. So let's see. Let's see what happens. If they have no response for the Sweltering Sun, they lose Drana. And then, there we go. So they wouldn't have a blocker. Sweltering Suns, 3 damage to all creatures. Their creature would fry. My demon would just shrug it off. And then go in for the final kill. So, we've proven demons versus vampires, demons win. Let's play another one, and we'll see demons versus someone else. Thank you. We want to end the stream, of course, on a positive note. You're still craving a minty, even though you have feelings. Oh yeah, let's go back to looking at these minties for a moment. Then we'll do another game. What else can we read about minties? History. They were invented in 1922 by James Noble Stedman, son of company founder. They were patented in 1926 and were manufactured by James Stedman, Henderson Sweets Limited, at the Sweet Acres factory at Rosebery, New South Wales. Other well-known lines there were Fantalies and Talkie Toffee. Do those still exist? Did they ever cross the ditch? What do you say? Cross the ditch? Cross the gulch? Across the ditch, right? Fantalies. What are Fantalies? Allen's Fantalies. Fantalies? Get him off of Amazon. Oh, look at that. I can get a family size of minties from Amazon. Violent crumbles? Chewy caramel with rich chocolate coating. Is that very common to say just chalk? I've seen in a few places here that chalk is said commonly, possibly. We see level bag, no artificial flavors. It is the 338th most popular candy in the caramel category. What is the number 1 most popular? Terra's all-natural handcrafted gourmet sea salt caramel. Couple of Sanders, Cocomel's espresso coconut milk caramels, Tom and Jenny's, Gates's candy vanilla. Number 9 is is so popular it's no longer available. Anyway, back to this. In 68, took over, etc. Nestle took them over in 81. In 1930 or 1931, a factory was set up in Auckland. Cadbury now manufactures the lollies as Pascal Minties. In November 09, Cadbury New Zealand announced they were moving production from Auckland to Thailand and changing to a softer formula that would be less stressful to teeth and may be consumed more quickly. Well, someone needs to edit this Wikipedia article because they have a closing parenthesis, but no open parenthesis. Curiously, this is a lot of editorializing. You don't write a Wikipedia article with curiously. Curiously, the 200-gram packets sold in Australia as Nestle in 2010 are clearly labeled Made in New Zealand. Yeah, that's a lot of editorializing. I have an account on Wikipedia. I should log in right now and make these changes because this is not what do you call it? This is not neutral enough. You're not supposed to stick in words like furiously and clearly labeled. In the Depression, newspaper advertising appears to have dropped off considerably both in quantity and quality. Again, editorializing. You're not supposed to quantify quality between 31 and 40 during World War II and until 46. Supply of this was restricted. What output there was went to serving the troops. The Anzac, I suppose. Advertising resumed after the cessation of hostilities, anticipating eventual availability, and they were rationed. What is this here? Modern catchwords. Catchphrases start up from unknown sources and sweep around the world. Huh, is this something new or what is this? The origin of many is hopelessly lost. Who, for instance, was the first person to say, "There you are then"? A few years ago it was heard over the... What is this? This doesn't... Oh, I see. It's... Okay, it's quoting a newspaper article from over here. It looked like an odd... Okay, so with that, we definitely need to keep fixing this. We need to definitely then fix the this article, because this seems all wrong. Not in Thailand. The cartoons depict mishaps and unfortunate experiences, sometimes featuring recognizable sporting or political figures. So many of these quite famous cartoonists, such as Jack Lusby, have been cartoonists. Well, there you go. This is Wikipedia, where only the most important articles are to be found. There's a little cat there saying meow. Well, you weren't able to send them to me, but maybe you can put a couple of the wrappers, because they have a cartoon, in the Discord, and we can see what we're missing. So I appreciate that you were trying to send that off. Let's get back to some gameplay. Here's a reward. Actually, let's do this. I meant to do this a few weeks ago. Remember I said let's get the Mastery Pass. Let's do this before we wrap up the night. Remember I was trying to get enough of these crystals to get a cool sleeve, but then I thought, well, 3,400 gems for that's not so bad. I've got 1,100 to spare. So let's do that. And then that'll unlock this whole track of stuff down here. It'll give us a cool sleeves and mythics, draft tokens. The kids ate them. Did they learn also to suck on them instead of trying to chew them and then destroy their fillings? All right, yeah. So let's yeah, that was 2 weeks ago that I had said about this. So let's get this. Did I actually make a whole stream for it? Yeah, exactly. You're gonna make it to the end this time. So I'm gonna get this Mastery Pass, and then we're just about towards the end of the stream. So this will be the first one I ever get. I've never gotten any of these Mastery Passes, but I've got enough gems for them from winning on drafts and the like. So let's cash that in. Wow. So if I go with 34, what do I get here? $200 worth of value when fully unlocked. Okay. So it's going to be all that stuff. If I go with here, it'll also be 10 levels. Nah, I don't want to spend 5,000 on that. Gain access to Mastery Pass rewards until the next release. Upon purchase, you will immediately receive everything here. So we're going to get 2,500 gold, 10 gems. Wow. Sleeves and pets and things. Lord of the Rings, one of your favorite movie series. It was filmed in New Zealand, I think. I wonder if any of the cast had. Yes, definitely, it was filmed in New Zealand. Peter Jackson. Um, yeah, he filmed all the Lord of the Rings there, definitely. That's a good point. Did Elijah Wood get hooked on minties? Okay, so let's go for it. 3,400 gems for all the goodies. It's not even 3,400 gems, because then you also get 600 gems back. So if I could do the math somehow for that, you get even a 600 gem savings. So it's almost too good not to get. Most of the kids and adults know about that. It's like don't play with the snakes in Australia. Everyone knows. Okay, let's get it. Confirm purchase. There are 53 days left to progress. Okay, I can do that.
When Innistrād's son returns, my kind's bloodlust will be contained.
So we get the sexy Soren avatar. We get the little bat pet. We get Chandra in her dressed to kill dress. What else do we get? Well, I guess it just without any flourish, all this other stuff as well. So worthless. We got 3 packs right here. Cool. Then another worthless style. We got 2 balls. Got another thing there. Another pack. 7 packs of. No wait. It's 1 pack. Level 7 1 pack. It's 1 pack of that level 3. Okay. Another orb. 500 gold. A mythic. Shouldn't it have popped up to show me what it was? So another orb. Got a player draft. I'll just toss it on the pile. Over here, got an orb, another pack. Gems, a mythic. Although I'm surprised it didn't pop up to tell me what it was. Well, there's a pack from that old vintage set, Kaldheim. Zendikar, that's even more vintage. A lot of good stuff. So the whole big idea was that we were trying to get enough of these orbs to get the Edgar Markov sleeve. So let's get the Edgar Markov sleeve. Confirm. Yay! So now I got a brand new sleeve. That looks pretty cool, pretty regal. Edgar Markov. And I've got 10 more. So I could get the I can try to get now the Runo Sturmkirk, the Olivia's Attendants, the Anjay, Maid of Dishonor, and the Blood Petal Celebrant. These are all pretty cool. What do you all think? What should I get? Runo. That looks like a Yoshitaka Amano styled Vampire Hunter D character. Then we have the 3 ladies over here. Looks cool. We have Anja looking cool and tough. And then we have a creepy kid that will take your blood. So any one of these is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I have 4 left over. So I'll probably be able to get 2, maybe even all of them. Hey there, BGM the Vagabond, you're right on time here. I can get so the Runo. So we gotta vote for Runo. What does everyone say? We gotta vote for Runo. So you're right on time there, Vagabond. We're trying to get to the aka King Omni. I see your icon there. So we're trying to get the we're trying to decide which one of these sleeves to get. We got 1 vote for Runo. We've also got Olivia's Attendants. We've got Anjay and is it Anjay or Anja? And Blood Petal Celebrant. So we'll pick one of these. We'll play 1 game, then we'll wrap it up for the night. Been doing 3 hours at the moment. But this is all in your hands. Which is the next one I should get? And here comes the cat. Let's have the cat. Let's put the cat on the stream. Let's say hello to the cat. He found some. He found some thing below the desk or something that he was about to capture. But let's put him on the stream for a moment. Oh, look over there. Let's see, the camera's over there. So anyway, we got 2 votes for Runo. We got two votes for Runo. Probably get enough eventually to get another one later, but let's get Runo at the moment, right? Yeah, let's get Runo at the moment. And then, oh, this is gonna be so slow with such amazing animation. And then next time we'll get another one of the other ones. I've never gotten the Mastery Pass before, so I don't know if it's just conceivable to get every one of these. Let's get Runo, and then we'll get another one some other time. All right, there we go. We got Runo Stormkirk sleeve. We'll play one more game, then we'll wrap up for the night, and we'll use one of these sleeves. So what do I want to play? We'll switch over to. We'll just play that. We'll just play that dumb Oswald deck, but we'll put a sleeve. We'll put the Edgar Markov sleeve to really strike terror into the hearts of the opponents. Too many sleeves. Ooh, Markov. Edgar Markov looks pretty tough. I like that outfit. Must be very interesting to try to cosplay it. Let's play this a little bit. We'll see if we go off. We'll see if we end the night on a high note, playing artifact shenanigans. So this is the deck where I play an artifact and then I swap it out for another artifact and then I go get another artifact and then just do fun stuff. And my opponent has a really annoying commander, but I go first, so as long as I pull a little removal, we'll be okay. So we got the turn 1 Soul Guide Lantern for no reason, turn 2 Oswald. If Oswald survives, I can then play the Prophetic Prism, draw a card off of that, trade it for a 3-mana artifact, and then go up the chain. Okay, you got blue and Field of Ruin. Passing with some priority. Okay, passing with priority. Well, the opponent is definitely on brand. They're playing Xanathar, a Beholder. They have a Beholder pet, and they also have the sleeve. Now this pet, if you mess with it, it blasts you with its eye beams. Alright, so what we are doing is playing a card draw artifact. Yeah, the opponent is still passing, waiting for priority. That's what I was going to go tutor for. I was going to go get that Sky Scanner, but instead, let's go grab a Mana Rock. If we grab a Mana Rock, we can do faster the big stuff. Let's grab the Celestis for some cool day and night shenanigans. Tap land, alright. I can play the Sky Scanner, draw a card, sacrifice the Sky Scanner, go get probably Traxos, and then put that pressure. Yes, opponent, you have priority. Yes, opponent, you have priority. We'll draw a card off of that, sure. We got 1,000,000 mana to work with. Actually, a Chroma's Memorial probably won't be that impressive. Let's drop that, play a land, play the scanner, wait 10 years for the opponent to pass priority from their opt or something. What do they even have? Or is that the Field of Ruin? Alright, draw me that card, Sky Scanner. Finally, Arena's telling them they're a slow player. Alright, let's crack that scanner. Yeah, I'm so negative on alchemy also, but I'm just avoiding everything about it. I'm not even gonna open my packs, those free packs that they give us, and I'm not gonna even put any alchemy cards into my decks. I'm gonna put the cards in there that they nerfed, like Cosmos Elixir, but because I already had it in this deck. But I'm not gonna put the but I'm not going to put the new alchemy exclusive cards. I didn't even look at any of the spoilers or anything. I don't like the direction. But hey, there's another thing to... Oh man. But there's another thing to instead get our attention. Neon Destiny's coming. Okay, so that is a 3 mana. Can I grab it? Yes, Glass Casket. Thank you, Glass Casket. We'll attack with a 7/7, no big. And then we'll wake it up again. And then we'll trade in this Soul Guide Lantern for a Black Blade Reforged. There we go. So that is about to become a really big creature, unless they... Ooh, there's my Mystic Forge. That'll do fun stuff. Exactly. Alchemy is a digital-only set. That's why a lot of people don't want it. Do not want. Alright, opponent, what are you gonna do? You're gonna eat that to extinction. Fine. That's a thing you can do. But let's see what I can do. They kept something at the top. Alright, how about we do a little old equip right here. Make a servo. Pass priority. Let's see if they cast their Xanathar. If they cast Xanathar, I'll attack with my Oswald. They probably won't block. Do a board wipe. Bring back Oswald, no problem. And then the opponent will rage quit. Or a bounce back. Okay, no big deal, although they're gonna pass with counterspell magic. Which that still won't be a big deal because I'll have enough mana if it gets counterspelled. Yeah, they're passing with counterspell magic. Oh, obvious blue player. I'm gonna get my do not care emoji ready, because that's exactly what they're gonna do. I'm gonna try to cast my Oswald, they're gonna counterspell it, but then I'll just easily recast it. So obvious. So is that what you're trying to do, opponent? Prevent me from casting my commander? Well, then now they're gonna murder it. But then I still have enough mana. Oh, Ashiok, okay. That's annoying.
Close your eyes and
But
dream. The shadows awaken.
But I suppose... So what can I do here? If I get a flying equipment, I can fly. My flying equipment, where is my flying equipment? I think I've got a 2 mana flying equipment. Oh, I know, I do have flying equipment. Okay, let's equip. Here's our line right here. We're gonna equip. Here's the line. We're going to equip Black Blade onto Fiddle Diddle. Then we're gonna go. Let me just confirm. That should be my 3 mana Skyblade. Right? It's 3 mana. What's it called? Maul something something. Maul of the Skyblade. Maul of the Skyclave. Yeah, it's 3 mana. Okay, this game. Well, it's not game over. Yeah, this is game over. Okay. Well, it's not game over because it's. Slight misplay, but okay, we're getting there. We're going to go get the Skyclave. Put it on this lowly servo. Go for the face. And now, so for next turn, I've got the... For next turn, I've got the Skyclave and Black Blade. So, let's see, what do they do? They can do Ashiok's, toss something back to my hand, but I've got stuff to discard. They have a blocker with their 3/1 fairy. Okay, they're gonna go that route instead. Okay, fine.
My kin are delightfully friendly.
Oh, they got a big old 5/5 in the air. Fine. No problem at all. There's their 6 mana for Xanathar. We don't really need that wand. Or that land. Well, that land's just gonna make Black Blade even bigger. Let's see if they get greedy and attack. Well, if they get greedy and attack, that's fine, because they'll take my land. Okay, opponent, judge. Okay, so play that. That's a 10/10. Let's pass that over there. You got a scary dragon. No blocks? Okay. Fine. Well, that's a good way to end the stream there, but Imrith is definitely a good card, but You can't really use it unless you're alive. And a lowly 1-1 server becomes a first strike flying 11-11. Thanks to Oswald Jimmer Jammer, who likes to play with Legos, aka artifacts. So Ashiok's always trouble, and Xanathar's always trouble, and Imrith too, but I was able to tutor for what I needed. Plus I had a couple of board wipes just in case, and a low-cost commander. And then they must have felt very proud when they neutralized my 2-mana commander. So okay, I think this would be a good spot right here to wind things down. Thanks everyone for coming by. We did some gameplay, we did one of the decathalons, we got some cool rewards and stuff. We opened a thank you, we did a cracker pack over here, got a couple of IRL cards, drank a little of this Stella Rosa mango drink, which was pretty tasty. Had a scorched peanut bar and hung out and the like. So we'll do it again next time. I've been taking a little hiatus off of the YouTube videos, but I've got some new ones coming soon, and be on the lookout for those. Don't forget to give them all the thumbs up and the shares and everything. And got some new ones coming soon. We're coming to the end of the year. Stay safe and such. Hopefully Santa brings you all the fun stuff that you wanted. And we're already gonna be in the far-flung future of the year 2022. Where does the time go? I remember when I used to calculate in the year 2000. I'm gonna be 22. I remember doing those calculations and thinking, yeah, one day I'm gonna be 22 in the year 2000. And that was 20 years ago, so wow, time flies. But we're here and we're living in this great big beautiful world, hanging out with people, playing Magic, eating cool stuff, and enjoying it. And living in a pandemic, but that'll be fixed eventually. So thanks everyone for coming to hang out. Really appreciate it. Don't be a stranger on the Discord. Thumbs up all the videos. Will I do a special Christmas stream? I would like to say yes, but probably not, because my family probably wants me to go with them. My brother's visiting from Northern California, and we're probably, well, he's coming after Christmas, but we'll probably all get together for a New Year's thing. But I might do a Christmas. I'm gonna visit my parents. They celebrated on the 24th, so I'll probably go with my parents for the Christmas dinner on the 24th. That's how we do it, and then might be there maybe until 11 or midnight maybe, and then come back, and maybe I'll do, a 12:01 midnight Christmas morning stream, maybe. A couple of other times I've done a stream where I show off maybe I'll do that stream where I show what my presents were. So yeah, thanks for reminding me. So we might do that. But until then, don't be a stranger on the Discord. Thumbs up all the YouTube videos. And we'll be back next time. Have a good rest of the day or night. Everyone, see you next time.